Hello Unigame fans! So the PS5 sure is looking good, with Sony putting on both the PS5 review event in June and most recently the State of Play in August. So here are the top 10 best new indie games coming to PlayStation, both current and next gen, beginning with The Pathless. This extremely beautiful game has you playing as an archer with an eagle companion, adventuring in a vast forest in order to dispel a curse of darkness laid upon the land. Your typical action-adventure fare, there's combat and puzzles, but this seems to take Assassin's Creed's breathtaking vistas to a whole new level with the scope and scale of the forest, which is absolutely beautiful. The only port on this list is the monster taming MMO Temtem, which was announced for PS5. This game, currently in early access on Steam, has taken the community by storm since it's providing what Game Freak could not or did not want to provide. Love the focus on 2-on-2 combat, which does change things up, so hopefully it transitions smoothly into the next generation. Cyberpunk Cat Walking Sim probably describes Stray relatively well, where you play as a lost stray cat who must navigate the city and find a way home. Impressive showcase of the power of the PS5 with the graphics, and I'm looking forward to this.
Hi, my name is Derek Yu and I'm the creator of Spelunky. For Spelunky 2, I wanted to make sure we made something that got old fans excited and also brought in new players. It was important we didn't change the things that made Spelunky such a unique experience in the first place. So many people became fans of the game through their friends and family, and even strangers on the internet. That's one reason why we're adding online multiplayer, so that more people can play the game together. And I also wanted to include that feeling of community into Spelunky 2 itself to make sure that the game felt welcoming even though it's difficult. In Spelunky 2, when you do runs and discover new characters, you'll also be building an in-game community and family.
The highlight for many for State of Play is that the roguelite platformer Spelunky 2 finally got a confirmed release date, and it is very soon, launching on September 15th on PlayStation 4, with, unfortunately for me, the PC version coming out just a bit later since they are trying to sort out online support. The mention of building up an in-game hub area and the mention of building a family is a new addition, which should keep the loop compelling.
As a result, the stories players create will have much more texture to them. Even after many hours of playing, I still have interesting runs that don't even go past the first area. In Spelunky 1, runs often centered around the shops and how you chose to interact with them. So in Spelunky 2, we've expanded the shopping experience and made them more nuanced and exciting. And also added new characters that can help you or hinder you. Given how amazing the Spelunky community is, it's hard to say how long it will take to find the deepest secrets. But I think the great thing about Spelunky is that the deepest secrets are the ones that even I don't know about. And there are lots of new things to play with that I hope players can use to push past the boundaries of what we, as the developers, know about the game. I have two types of favorite stories from Spelunky fans. First are when people are genuinely surprised by something that happened in the game. And second, the ones where people shared a fun experience with friends and family in multiplayer. These are the stories I wanted to expand upon in Spelunky 2. They're really what guided my design choices. After releasing Spelunky, I knew there was a lot more that could be done with the concept and the world. Knowing that possibility was out there is what's been exciting for me and the rest of the team. In a lot of ways, when Spelunky 2 comes out, I want players to experience what we experienced making it. That feeling that there's something special there waiting for you to discover it. A big thanks to the fans who've waited patiently for us to finish Spelunky 2. It's been a long journey, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Thanks.
You sense the power that flows through this land. Yet, you do not fully understand it. Driven by the belief that you can help these troubled spirits. But you cannot hide your weakness from me. You have no power here, Kenna.
While primarily a cinematic trailer, Kenna Bridge of Spirits is a gorgeous action-adventure RPG which reminds me of both Horizon Zero Dawn and Breath of the Wild. Search for a secret mountain shrine while uncovering the secrets of a forgotten community deep within the forest. There are these little creatures named Rot, which you can collect and use in combat and exploration, but my gosh, how great does this look? Pedigree goes a long way in indie development, so for the people who made Sword and Sorcery to come back with a new game almost 9 years later is some exciting news. Jet the Far Shore is described as a space odyssey, but not too much has been shown in terms of gameplay.
Amazing, aren't they? Half bug, half snack. A very recently discovered species, entirely unique to this island. Oh, this one's lively. Beautiful seed patterns. Oh, and it's tasty too. Welcome to the island of bug snacks.
Perhaps the title that has gotten people talking the most is Bug Snacks, since this is the next title from the creators of Octodad and immediately gave off Viva Pinata vibes. This has you exploring, catching and cataloguing the various bug snacks, half bug, half food creatures. One twist is that upon eating said bug snacks, the limbs of the consumer will transform into said food, and as such, it simply looks whimsical and delightful.
My invitation is open. Come join me on the island of bug snacks.
Wow, that's your new lead? Another monster hunt? Elizabeth Megafig is a 2-bit con artist! Don't tell me you actually believe this half-baked nonsense! I swear, if you chase this bug snack story, you're out of a job!
You're the journalist! Lisbeth said you'd be coming. There's a bug snack right over there. Do me a favor and take my snack trap.
Stranger, I could use your help. This bunger goes wild for ketchup. Use it to lead the bunger over yonder.
I want you to use that journalistic instinct to find out what my favorite bug snack is. And feed it to me, obs.
How's my little sprout doing? He misses Papa? Oh, of course he does.
Well, I have a few prototype traps that I could put to use.
You're pretty good at stuff, and nobody hates you yet. You can catch bug snacks and bring everybody back to Snacksburg.
Well, say you do find these bug snacks and make it back alive. You just might keep your job. Now get going and try not to fall off a cliff.
Last seen on the channel when I was covering pixel art games, Mutationum is a side-scrolling action-adventure RPG that does draw upon SCP lore, so expect surreal and otherworldly influences. I do like the cyberpunk aesthetic with an interesting mix of 2 and 3D, so I'm definitely looking forward to this. The next title from the developer of Hyper Light Drifter is the gorgeous Solar Ash, previously known as Solar Ash Kingdom, and looks like a very high mobility character action game. While I do miss the pixel art, the landscapes and the world created here looks very intriguing, not being afraid to use colour, but this one has got me for the pedigree alone. much like Radio the Universe covered recently, I've been aware of Little Devil Inside for a couple of years, coming across the Kickstarter campaign of this stylish open-world action-adventure RPG. Another impressive showcase of the graphical power of the PS5, the cartoony art style is contrasted very nicely with the environments, and I'm curious about the swapping between the action and modern day setting, so it takes the #1 spot. To see more of the big picture, check out these awesome videos, and I will see you after the jump.